Okay, good evening. This is our first session for our subject IT 221. So IT 221 is about quantitative methods, no? So when we speak about quantitative, it means to say that we are counting numbers. So we are differentiating figures, and we are actually manipulating um, systemic numbers. So this involves statistics, a little bit of statistics. It also involves a little bit of research. And at the same time, it also involves a little bit of dependencies on certain things like numerical coefficients and differentiations. So, hindi ka mo guys ma-surprise if ever this subject pertains to statistics man, no? Although we are using the computer to solve our problem solving. So basically, two softwares that we're going to use. The first one is Microsoft Excel for formulas, and the other one is SPSS, which I'm going to provide you with a copy, no? So, i-ano ko lang siya sa repository natin, or probably if I'm going to upload it in our Google Drive, I think you can download it. Okay? Pero there are several versions of SPSS. SPSS means Statistical Package for Social Sciences. No? SPSS for short. So this is the statistical tool used by several universities, also with other institutions which requires researches and statistics. So supposedly, but some iba nga schools ginagamit nanda sa subject ng daya is R programming, which is medyo dalming gawa guys. Kaya you need to abide by the formula and thread a formula, for example, ang mga functions and differentiations. So input na siya sa computer. And then ang R nga program amo na siyang ga-compute. But basically so that hindi kita magid matamaan kaya medyo dalming ang R programming, we'll go to the basic, which is Microsoft Excel, and at the same time your SPSS or Social Package for Social Sciences. By the way, I have provided you with the syllabus, and the syllabus is found in your Google Classroom sa IT 221. So if ever you have enrolled yourself there sa Google Classroom natin, I think ara siya. So you can download it, and so that you can keep track of the topics that we're going to have, and medyo pwede ka mo ka-advanced study na. So okay, so our first topic for this evening, by the way, I'm welcoming you all to our first ever session. Good evening, and I hope that all is well. Although guys, I'm going to remind you of our activities sa past subject natin sa first sem. You can please comply with the activity, or maybe you can consult me later on or tomorrow or any other day. I just message in the group chat if you need to know kung ano inyong mga lacking activities sa past natin subject. But anyway, since our subject is new, that is qualitative research, but we don't have any, the good news is we don't have any laboratory for this subject. Okay? I think wala siya laboratory. So hindi na kamo mag-program or whatever. Pero ang ano naton is more on problem solving. So mathematics gid ang kalabanan gid naton nga himuon diya. So don't worry, because in mathematics or in statistics, basically all the functions and all the numbers are given. So there will be a definite answer. Okay, please hold on, guys. Wait a minute. Okay. our topic for this evening is about let me present to you. Let me present to you guys our okay, please wait lang. Hold on. Hold on, ha? Okay, wait lang. Oh, nag-stuck up siya. Kuya, bago ka puti. Okay, so let's wait, Anay, for the... Okay, what is happening? I think nag-stuck up ang presentation. Hello? Okay. Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. There's a problem, no?
Yes, sir.
Ma-present supposedly ako ng PowerPoint presentation, pero daw nag-stuck up siya. So, I don't know. Mas may, okay lang kung, okay. Okay, mas may please, bear with me lang, guys. Una na itong nagpalpak pa yan. Sige, okay. Okay, there's something wrong with the, siguro, with the browser. But anyway, the unit 1 of the chapter 1 of our topic for the subject IT 221 is definition of key terms in differential statistics, no? So our objective for this evening is to discuss number 1 is to discuss the importance of key terms in differential stat. Number 2 is to value the importance of key terms in differential statistics. And number 3 is to understand the basic concepts, key terms in differential statistics. So basically, for the unit, our topic supposedly is unit of analysis. Don't worry, guys. Maski nag-ano siya, I will just
Okay, class. Tama nga. Hubo ka bimigo ko dia. Sinsay lang. Pwede tinaway de. Jefferson Palmes gila. Pati joke lang. Randel mango.
No vlog.
Ano yan, commode mo? Doongo ka? Vincent Tambok.
Aslo.
Ano?
Aslo.
Oh, wala, liwat pa. Mabuka, ba mo makita takaw.
Mga bilangan mo dyan.
Ano?
Ha?
Wise tonton de. Kaya bigaon
Tiya.
lagi ba?
Tiya lang.
Ha? Patroga?
Padayaw.
Ano ko no? Turogaw. Tambok. Si Vincent. Tsura mo daw, hello? Hello ka? Vincent, hello? Gagwa. Hadlock.
Gago.
Hadlock, sa master na.
Boto.
Bobo, daw. Bobo, why? Hadlock sa. Walk out daw. Pati sa
Hello, good evening. Sorry for the delay. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so dindo kita gani. Okay, we are now on the unit of analysis. So let me again present to you. Let me present lang. Okay. Makita nyo guys, ano ko? Okay, so again, our topic for this evening is about definition of key terms in differential statistics. So we are now on chapter 1, module 1 of our lesson 1 and 2. So that will be our topic for this evening, no? So as I've said, our objectives is to discuss, number 1 is to discuss the importance of key terms in differential statistics. Number 2 is to value the importance of key terms in differential statistics. And number 3 is to understand the basic concepts or key terms in differential statistics. So we are now on the unit of analysis, no? Basically, when we speak about unit of analysis, this refers to the secondary analysis or the unit of analysis, which is determined by an interest in exploring or explaining a specific phenomenon. So, like for example, when we have the level of investigation that you can see, this will be pertain to have a unit of analysis. Like for example, if you say you have a country and that country is Thailand, what sector? Is it a private sector or the public sector? So that is the unit of analysis. It means to say that it breaks down the level of investigation. So like for example, if you have individuals, when you say individuals, this pertains to executive female leaders. So this is exclusive for female leaders only. So you enumerate the female leaders that you know. So this may pertain also to the case study methodology, or sometimes this refers to the study of figuring out the interpretation of numbers or the definition of any entity that is being presented. So the unit of analysis has dependencies, no? So this dependency is first dependency is the statistical unit, or this is the unit of set, and it is the main source for mathematical abstraction of a random variable. So this refers also to the common example of a unit, like for example, a single person, an animal, a plant, a manufactured item, or a country that belongs to a larger collection of such entities being studied. So when we speak about statistical unit, we have the so-called entity. And if you're going to look for the meaning of entity in the dictionary, this pertains to anything that exists. It may be a person, a thing of value, an animal. Um, so tanan anything so that you can think of that is called an entity. Such entity as being manipulated by statistical numbers, this becomes your variable already, and it is another topic that we are going to discuss about later on. So basically, another thing that you need to consider about unit of analysis is the experimental and sampling units. For experimental and sampling units, this pertains to being experimental units or sampling units or units of observation. So a unit of observation is called a sampling unit, which is typically an object. So we discuss about objects sa object-oriented programming natin na topics programming last time. And it is this becomes your sampling unit from a statistical observation. So these terms are commonly used in surveys or polls, sa mga surveys or polls. Just like karon, ang rapid lang yung election, may mga polls kita no kung sino yung mapadlagan president, like for example. So these are the things that you need to consider. These topics or theocracies does not exist only because they exist. This exists because the basis for this are the numbers. Meaning to say, there are certain persons that considered or preferred, ang preference ng dabla, nga magpadlagan si amo kadaya nga tao. Or what is the preference nga himuon kon Valentine's Day? Like for example, or ano yung taon nanda every Valentine's Day, depending on sometimes seasons are intervening for this, for the valuable count. But when we speak about this sampling units, this pertain only to the experimental value nga experimentuhan ninyo. Okay, so I think that is unit of analysis. And in your activity number 1, so it is called your fact check. What you're going to do is to answer the following questions in your activity number 1. Please refer to your modules, guys. Refer to your modules, and then you have to answer the following questions. So the first question is, what is the unit of analysis? What does it measure? And how does it differ from statistics? You have to explain this. Last time, during our essay test activity, I've given you how many words. This time, it's all up to you guys, no? If how many words would you answer the question? Para nga hindi ka mo ma-pressure dun. Okay? Number 2 question is, give example of unit of analysis and expound its usability in different fields. Then you need to explain. And number 3 question is, what measures unit of analysis? Paano siya gina-measure or ano ang nag-measure ka na? And how does it conform to standards like ISO or the International Standard Organization? So you have to explain. Okay? So those are the things that you need to know about unit of analysis. For the variable, as you can see, for the variable, there are several types of variables in statistics that you need to consider. So sometimes we have the independent variable or the dependent variable or the control variable. So these are the 3 major variables that you can find. On our slide, you can see there dependent and independent because these are the sa left side bala na diagram. You can see there independent variable na orange and then refer siya sa dependent variable which is blue. Ang arrow namutang ang influences. And then there are other variables that you need to consider also. The time of the day, the tea or coffee, or the noise. So this study, I think, it depends on the dependent variable or the outcome based on the study that you will be conducting. So variables are very important because you need to know what is the trend or the changes that might occur if you inserted something out of the variable that you're going to um, manipulate. Okay? So guys, don't worry about variables because I'm going to guide you all throughout our activity of what are the things that you need to consider. So the data that you can see there are all given. And if you are going to manipulate any mathematical value, it means that there is a certain answer that you can, a definite answer or a certain definite answer that you can have, or you can do, you can compute. So it's much, this subject is much simpler kaya programming na ito ng subject. So maybe, and then I learned my lesson also, guys. I will not give you any activity nga hindi nyo sa masarangan na i-manipulate, so that we can, I can also check your activity once in a while, so that everybody will okay. On variable, what do you need to know about variables, or what are the things that you need to consider for variables, are actually found on our lesson 2 on our module. To give you an idea what is a variable, these are the things that you in programming, just like what we did last time. Variable does not directly correspond to the concepts of variables in mathematics, pero it is an abstraction, and it has no reference or a physical object to store or to store its data or location. So the difference between two in programming and the variable in statistics are basically statistics, as I've said, is definite. Whereas on variable that you can program just like last time, it depends upon the course of the value that you need to put up in a certain program. So ang ginaobra ninyo sa program ninyo, sometimes it's logical, whereas ang sa statistics is definite. Okay. Okay, so there are actions on the variable. There are two. The first one is automatic and the other one is external. When we speak about automatic, this exists only when the function is being executed. Whereas in external variable, these functions can be accessed by a name or a function. Pero this refers to the programming side. What we're going to manipulate are the parameters of the program. The parameters can be seen in your module. This is an example. You had a Python code there. Pwede nyo maparan siya. So like ang code naga-hambal def add 2 x, return x plus 2, and add 2, 5. So meaning to say, in layman's term, 2 plus 5. So definitely the answer is 7. So Python programming, I think may dyan ka mga subjects sa Python ng program. Don't worry because Python is similar to JavaScript. Medyo may gamay sandang anggid. And sa JavaScript, all you have to do is to manipulate it in Google Chrome. So sa Google Chrome lang para para makita mo yung script ninyo, no? Gina-induce lang siya sa HTML. So more of that will be discussed. Pero sa subject natin, I think we're going to on a statistical scale, on a statistical value. So I think this is your activity number 2. Excuse me. And in your activity number 2, it's also called your fact check number 2. You have 3 questions also, and then just check out your module, guys. The first question is, in computer programming, what is a variable? So you have to discuss about what is variable. Only several lines will do. one paragraph, two paragraph, depends upon you. How does it fare with the mathematical aspect of our variable? I-compare nyo guys sa mathematics, kag ang sa mathematical aspect is ang statistical, no? Compare nyo sa programming. And then you have to explain. So I think few words will explain it. If you cannot understand, just ask questions, no, sa GC naton, so that I can give you tips on paano nyo i-compare ang mathematical value or ang statistical value, compare nyo sa programming, no, na variable. Number 2, in mathematics, what is a variable? So you're going to give ideas on what is its application, and you have to explain. So mathematics naman siya. And then number 3, what is the significance of a variable in dealing with problem solving? And what is its implication to real life situation? You have to explain it. Okay. Hindi nyo gid guys pagpadalman daya it is only practical questions, no. What you're going to do is to read lang gid. What is variable? You have to research this, or maybe in our module you can actually read before you answer the questions, so that you'll be guided all throughout. Anyway, ang answer kada yung mga questions you can see there on our module. Okay. And then I think this is the last slide. So ad astra sapientiam. So thank you very much guys for listening to my lecture tonight. Okay. So I'm going, this time, I'm going to upload this, ang slide sa Google Classroom natin, so that you can refer to this as our resource material man. Okay? So do you have any questions in our activity? You have 2 activities for this week. Activity number 1 and activity number 2, because we have 2 lessons, lesson 1, lesson 2. So the first lesson is unit of analysis, and the second lesson is about variables. Okay. I think Vincent is raising his hand. Dali lang. Vincent, you have...
Sir, deadline na,
okay,
sir.
Guys, the deadline is on Friday. I'm sorry, dukaron ko lang na I will allow you I think I have to... Do you want me to extend the deadline or okay lang?
Okay na, sir.
Hello? Okay lang kung Friday? If you cannot comply, I can... So pwede ko mapaisol one day siguro, Saturday. Okay, this is good for 1 week, no? Anyway, hindi man gid I will not be strict enough to our activity, so that you can actually comply with the activity. Lang guys, mga few words lang. I think kung medyo nabudlayan ikaw mo magsulat 300 words. Hindi to da ka mag-demand ka 300 words. Nadudla do ko hindi manami. Sige, you can actually answer it in your own way, practical lang nga sabat, and then you can pass it in our Google Classroom. Okay, some more questions? Okay. Regarding your attendance for this evening, karon lang borbay ha, i-announce ko lang. Pero ang attendance naton ma-count siya kung 8:30 na kamo mag-login, no? So 8:30. Kaya nag-start kita 7:30, so we must end at 8:30. 1 hour lang guys, pa kayo sa time ninyo. Kaya hindi man ito magbubuhay. Or pwede nga ko na lang. What you're going to do for the attendance is you don't need to what's this kani? You don't need to log in sa Google Classroom natin for attendance, no? Kay na-notice ko why attendance ninyo to. Yeah. So why ko do lang gin pursue do lang. I will not pursue it this time. What we're going to have is you're at diya ka mo attendance session naton. So, din ka mo attendance, dyan ka mo butang kangaran nyo karon sa aton nga chat box. Diyan ako ma-check attendance ninyo sa chat box. So, ang ibutang ninyo karon dyan, it's up to you, no? Present, sir, or attendance na. I-type nyo lang attendance. This is my attendance for this evening. Do mo kada na sa chat box karon bye. Okay. So, do you have any questions, guys, regarding our activity, Anay? Let me see lang ano. Let me see the people with who are attending right now. There are actually 30 persons na nakalog in sa ano nato, no? Shout out lang kay Aaron, kay Alena, kay Andrea, kay Angelo, kay April Joy, kay Braden Jan, kay Clea May, kay Danica, kay Ella May, kay Ezekiel, kay Henry, kay Ivan, kay Janina, kay John Ray, kay Jericho, kay Jocelyn, kay Joyce Ann, kay Joylyn, kay Juliet, kay Leo John, kay Makwan, kay Pearl Joy, kay Fiona, kay Rhoda May, kay Ronella, kay Rose Ann, dua ka Rose Ann Balsena, kay Gavelona, kay Rose May, kay Vincent. So, I think that is all sa attending tonight. Kung sino pa ang waay, guys, butang sa GC naton, please invite them to join the GC. What I did lang kagina is to invite you using your email address ang escof.edu.ph ninyong account. So that's why nga na patundaan ta kamo ka activity naton tulad. I don't know with other teachers if they're starting na. Do you have any modules already nga na spread out sa teachers ninyong iban? Wala pa, guys? Wala pa man? Okay, so
Wala
I think
pa.
may pa?
May dyan,
Okay.
sir.
Sige. May si Rose
Yan,
Ann?
sir.
May dyan pa man? Okay, okay,
Dyan
nag-start
din.
naman kita 2 weeks before prior, mga Feb 5. So medyo na-delay lang kay tungod nga every semester, siyempre, the very difficult thing, the difficult thing to come up with a module is the first module gid. Meaning to say, ang chapter 1. But anyway, kung kung number 2 mode, chapter 2 or chapter 3 ang sunod-sunod na bala, guys, I think mas madali lang siya. Kaya may template na. So that is on my personal experience nga medyo na-delay 2 weeks ya ka module. Kag mabudlay gid man, guys, maghimo ka module. Abi ni mapos lang. Mabudlay, madugo. Pero gina-try ko man ya best ko nga maano kaninyo, no? Kag maka kayo mo ka module ninyo, guys. So as I've said, medyo maglain kita gawa ka grading system this kay ang IT 221 naton ang quantitative methods medyo statistical in nature siya. So expectedly, I'm going to give you examples on Microsoft Excel. So take note lang Microsoft Excel and SPSS or the Statistical Package for Social Science. I don't know kung nabatian yun doon daw mga software. Siyempre yung Excel, dayan doon, nag-exist na siya. Ang SPSS, nag-exist naman siya, pero I'm going to give you a copy of that and then so that you can install it in your laptops or in computers nyo. And then, dyan kita ka-examples na to, no? So medyo lang gid siya. Karon lang kamo attendance. Why pa attendance? Si attendance niyo karon pa mga 8:30 pa. Karon lang kamo. Hindi kamo anay mag-attendance. Karon lang. Ha? Okay. This is me and my jowa. Si Ezekiel. Sige, waya. Joke lang na. TikTok Okay. I suggest sa Microsoft Excel niyo or sa Microsoft Office, you will use Microsoft Excel, ang version niya is 2013 pababaw. Kay medyo mabudlay mag formula Kung 2010 or 2007, medyo obsolete to gawa, no? Daan-daan na gid siya. So, I think guys, installan ninyo. I think ang 2013 mamagaan. Ang 2013 nga version, pwede siya sa Windows 7, Windows 10, kag sa Windows 8. So, kung yung laptop ninyo or ang desktop ninyo is using Windows 7, pwede gid. Yeah, 2013. If you don't have a copy, I will give you can go to school. Ay siguro kag pa-installan ka na ako, no? Laptop ninyo kung iway ka mo 2013 nga version. Sa Office, dara do tanan-tanan, may Word, may Excel, dara do sa Excel ang abi mo sa Microsoft Office na 2013 nga version. You can go to school, pero I don't know, you just ask the guard kung if you can enter, no? I don't know kung may policy pa nga, hindi ka mo pwede ka sulod. Pero kung daasig mo lang kita kag mapa-install, or maybe kung di ka mo gid pagpasudlon, ako yung magwa guro kag tuyo lang ta sa guard house. Pero ano nyo ko guys in advance, you just tell me kung ang ninyo, ang Microsoft Office niyo is not 2013, it's 2010 or ano. So what will happen is i-delete naton dato itong Office version kag installan ka 2013 nga bago. So is the requirements na at least 2 gig nga RAM kag higher nga Windows 7, 2 gig nga RAM kag ang space na guro mga 9 gig, mga 7 to 9 gig guro nga space. So, I think kaya na padaganon dito. Ang SPSS amo day problema kay sa SPSS nga version naton medyo 22 may ang copy may 16 ako diya nga naka-CD siya garing. So ang 16 nga it is good for Windows 7 pwede siya. Although ang 22 pwede man sa Windows 7 pero buhay siya ma-install. So I don't know if pwede i-try lang natin kung pwede mapadlagan. Ang pangitaon ko lang gid is ang portable version niya. Kay ang portable version you don't need to install. All you have to do is to double click it and maran siya. Pero hindi siya 22, no? Kay may mga functions sabi ang version number 22. Today ang latest nga version for species I think 25 above. I don't know. Pero ang 22 it's good pa. Kag ang 16 medyo daan na gid. Pero at least ang 16 ka mga simple mo lang yung gamiton naton guys sa SPSS. So I know some of you nga maano na kamo sa kamaan kamo doon mag-ubra sa or maggamit ka Microsoft Excel. Actually Microsoft Excel is hindi lang siya limitado sa spreadsheet lang. The latest news today from Microsoft is that Microsoft Excel is considered also as a programming language. Nanda ka Microsoft market nanda ang Microsoft Excel as actually another programming language. Kaya may mga formula da dyan eh. Kag ang mind you guys, ang formula nga makita nyo sa Excel, hindi lang siya, it's simply nga formula. So those are complicated formula nga ginagamitan ka mga statistical value kag mga extra formula nga hindi nyo makita sa inyong mga iban nga computations. Maskin sa calculator gani. Hindi nyo dyan makita ang functions nga iban. Actually, it's siya pati engineering nga formula ara sa Excel. Ara sa Excel. Basta kabalo ka lang magamit sa mga mathematical formula nanda nga ginagamit sa engineering. Ang statistics common na nga knowledge sa una pa. You can find it in Microsoft Excel already. Pero this is I think for you it's not simply 1 plus 1 or 2 plus 2 or times or multiplication. It's much more complicated. Gamit ka mo example ka mga nested if statements. If statements na sa programming na makitaan. Sa Excel pwede ninyo dada ma-classify, mabutang. So an example na kada is may range ka abi, and then you can find choices for that kind of range. So i-identify nyo nga mo da, then after kada, all the values will be given, and all you have to do is to observe the range and the formula, and then you can compute for the all throughout the selection. Then there's a certain advanced concept sa Excel like VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, kag iban pa. Most common na ginagamit is VLOOKUP, wherein example, if you have a table, like for example a database, the database kada function na wherein sa isa ka cell, you can see the different elements na makita ninyo base sa dang identify ninyo sa number. So may key siya, may primary key which is the number. And then kung ibutang mo ang number nga da, ma-display ang information sa dalom. So nagakatabo lang da guys sa programming ninyo, no? Pero actually you can do that in Excel, or also mas mapos pa. Hindi siya mabudlay. Ang mauti lang garing kay nag-deal ka numbers sa table. So ang pag-plaster ka table pa lang, it takes time and it takes patience. And I think so kung masolbar nyo guys, I think ang feeling bala nga daw na fulfill ka. Daw nabunutan ka ang sikag sa tutunlan kay manami bilang mag-manipulate ka mga data and then magpangita. So ginagamitan da ka formula. That's why made in kagid dapat magano. And then the tricks and the some of the tricks in Excel are advanced topics also. Like for example, ang dollar signs ninyo. Actually, yung dollar sign, para ba lang hindi ka mo magliwat-liwat ka formula. Kaya there are instances na mag-solve ka mo kadang values na complicated na siya. So, hindi ka mo doon, may dyan, abi nga ng kinahanglan, sulit-suliton mo yan ng i-value sa isa ka cell para magwa gid yung formula. So, may dyan man nga option nga butangan mo siya ka dollar sign, and then after mo butang ka dollar sign, ang formula nga hasta padalom, why na kinahanglan nga ilain, naga-sunod-sunod na siya ka function. So, sometimes, kung i-drag down ninyo, drop, makita ninyo sa cell, diblan may cross ang cursor. Sometimes, kung i-drag down nyo siya, ang anuan nyo ka mouse, hindi nyo pagbuyan. Kung i-drag down mo siya, hindi ang value na kung dapat supposedly mo dahil magwa the same value. Pero ang Excel, sometimes, hindi niya ma-determine ang range ng table. So that's why nag-aarawas bala or nagalain ang value sa formula. So himuon mo para nga magparehas gid, hindi para magsanto. So butangan mo dollar sign. Mo lang dagali, dollar sign mo lang gali kinanglan. So diin mo butangan nga dollar sign, amo da itudlo ka ninyo. So expectedly, I think your expectation for this will do amo kada nga klase guys. And then for the SPSS naman, I think we have to start from the very, very beginning. Kay not all of you are familiar with it. And I think most schools, like West Visayas State University, may licensed versions sa nakadaya. Kag nagagamit sa naka-SPSS gid sa thesis nanda. So, kay statistical value yan ng nanda. Ang lang gid sa SPSS is ma-input ka lang gid ka gusto mong data. And then computer lang ma-solve para kanimo. Naka-table pa na siya, naka-table form. So, medyo mahapos kaya mo dayagwa na. Hindi dun sa kamo sagad ka ng gani da. Liwat-liwat or sagad kamo kadang pamnumdom ka table or formula nga inugbutang nga actually your computer can compute it in few seconds lang. So may pinduton ka lang nga button, okay doon na. Okay, siguro guys, ang for your information, ang namon sa school, ang duty namon is from Monday to Wednesday lang gid. So starting Monday, you can go to school, or tomorrow, I think pwede. I don't know lang. Ilisensya to lang kamo sa guard. Kung gusto niyo magpakopya ka mga software na to, no? Kay sa activity nato na madaya ano nato nimuon. I don't know if pwede ta kamo matawan lang ano kamo lang ma-install. Kay I think that will violate the copyright ano basi ma-infringe nyo bala. Kay sometimes these softwares are educational softwares, no? Pero they are not for sale. So ginaano sa why we can use it in educational purposes, for educational purposes only. We can actually use it for educational purposes kaysa eskwelahan man kita ya for instruction. But it's not distributed because it has license. Kinahanglan. So that's why I think ano sir, pwede nga pangayo lang namon hindi kami kasulod. Hindi ano guys, ang panumdum lang nato ang copyright bula ka software. Libre matuod pero pwede ako lang ma-install para madura yad ang ano naton. Yung mga konsekwensya sa urihi bala sa paggamit ka software. So if you're going to ano change your version of Microsoft Office before you go to school or before you go to San Enrique here sa ISCOF, please tell me in advance so that mapalisensya to kamo sa guard. Or tuya la kita sa ano guys, atunan ta kamo to with the installers sa ano. Or mas schedule lang ako. Mas schedule lang ko guro no. So next week, pwede ka mo Monday, schedule na lang kita para hindi kita magano. Tuya kita sa may ano ganito diyan ngadang tambayan bala ka ed just tupad kadang bagsakan na para makita ta kamo sa pagsulod nyo sa ano, i-lisensya talaga kamo sa guard, hindi ka mo magbuhay. Dala lang kamo ka ano nyo guys, ka face mask ka alcohol. Or parang ano safe kita no. And then hulaton ta lang kamo tuya guro sa Monday sa ano ganito dyan, do shed da dyan no. Tuya tama no guys, tuya ka mo installan ka ng inyong software. So dali mo lang da guys. I think it will last for 20 minutes sang sa magpa-ilis ka Microsoft. Depende sa ka-speed kinyo nga computer. Kay sometimes or laptops nyo guys, depende sa speed niya ang installation. Ang SPSS medyo mabugat gawa. So I think mga 30 minutes. Siguro duwa ka software, 30 minutes. Makaya man na nato guro nang i-install. Kung may CD ka mo, CD ang laptop, pwede man naka-CD sa CD ko lang or sa flash drive nga ko na gamiton para dasig. Okay, so do you have any questions regarding our topic and what we're going to do and the softwares that we're going to use and the module, the mode of instruction? If you don't have any question, do you have anything to say? Guys, the same procedure. I'm going to upload this in your in YouTube no sa Polgar Tech Gyapon. So please do tell your classmates kung why sanda ang why bala do karon naka-attend, pwede sanda nakalantaw tuya liwat sa dang naton sa YouTube channel. So that ma-inform sanda katanan nga mga bag-o naton nga rules or regulations. Unfortunately, hindi ko ma-anuan sanda kadang recitation nanda. Ang attendance nyo gali tulad sa pag-attend nyo that is convertible. Pwede this will be converted into recitation. Sa recitation. So insang kay bawal kita ka attendance why attendance pero this is converted sa recitation. So graded man recitation. Okay, I think that is all. Sige don, you can speak. I'm allowing you to speak because it's almost 8:30 and then I can answer questions. Sige
This
don
is my
guys.
attendance for this evening.
Oo, butang nyo doon sa may text box na comment ka mo dyan. This is my attendance for this evening. Literal, Ged, Vincent, comment lang. Grabe, Timo. Grabe.
Like and subscribe.
Gani, may Shopee, PPP, pa gani di ako. Na. Sige lang. Okay lang Okay sige. Ano pa kidaya to? Okay, you can put your attendance here, guys. Kinalan mo comment ka mo, Ged, sa chat box na to. Diyan lang ko mabutang ka attendance ninyo. Kaya mamanaan ko kung sino sa attendance mo. Kung sino. Okay? And then, you can, pwede kita pa picture once lang. I-open nyo guys nyo, paliwag. Na, hindi, anay magpamungit. Sindog pamungit. Sige. Smile, anay. Smile. Okay, dili lang. Print screen. Okay, sige. Pwede man kamo Pwede kamo kadungan ka, guys. Okay. Madulom. Why give it flashlight dyan? Ang mga flashlight yun lang dyan. Flashlight. Madulom. Sasanag. Okay, ready doon? Sige. Leo dyan. Abredo imo nga, Na, okay. Si Aaron, dulom-dulom, Ron. Okay, nadon. Good evening. Jason, Abre, Jason, camera.
Imagine getting a heart.
Sige, doon. Dali, pero malajak segundo. Okay, ready doon na. Ready. Osman doon, ready. 1, 2. Steady lang. Naga-blurred yan, nyo. Dali lang. Steady.
Madulom, ikaw.
Ready, 1, 2, 3, go. O na, doon, ayos doon. Isa pa, dali lang. Ang iban, duman.
Imagine getting a heart from her.
Okay na, sir. Kapoy, mag-smile.
Dali lang. Isa pa.
Kapoy, mag-smile.
Dali lang. Ang paano magsaylo, gani? Sa ibang, wait.
Rotate monitor.
Wait lang. Change layout. Paano magsaylo, gani? Change layout, guys, no? File ko lang. Duro-duro doon. Okay, wait lang. 16, sura ka mo kabilo, gani?
23.
30 ka mo, no?
25.
27, so wait lang. 42, 30. Okay, doon. Na. Okay. Sige, isa pa guys. I-open nyo niya palihog. I-open nyo liwat, dali lang. Sila Lane ayo, dali lang. Duro kaya wara. Jocelyn, Rhoda May, Jericho, Juliet, Rose May, Rose Ann, John Ray. I-open nyo guys, dali lang.
Open na, marapol ta.
John Ray, raffle ay madayon. May utang ako. May utang. John Ray, Ezekiel. O sige, sa sunod nga Sa sunod nga session lang. Okay, ready. 1, 2, 3. Hindi magulag. 1, 2, 3. Dali lang. Wait lang. 1, 2, 3. Okay, sige. Okay, doon. Thank you, guys.
Sige, sir.
Thank you.
Yapon.
Sige. Kung tapos ka mo doon ka-comment, you can go now. See you next meeting. Thank you.
Sige, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Good evening. Kung may pamangkot ka mo sa naton, you can message me sa sa group chat.
IT. Programming.
Yung mic mo, Breden.
Pwede sa Bredin. Okay doon. Sige Good evening lang kaninyo, guys.
Sige, sir. Bye-bye.
Okay, sige. You
Yapon.
can reach out for me ang sa activity niya sa last subject natin. Okay, sige. So,
Sige,
please
sir.
comment.
And subscribe.
Okay, thank you. Subscribe.
Press the notification
Hindi
bell.
man kailangan lang
Like and sa pag-arrive sa
Pag-arrive.
pag-arrive sa pag-arrive sa this channel.
Hello vlog, welcome to my guys.
Grabe man. Why do ko ga dura-dura, no? Nami doon niya, ano ko.
Channel to
Signal.
my subscribe.
Sa pag-arrive.
Bawa, sobra man.
Sa pag-arrive. Sa pag-arrive to my channel.
For 1 million
Go.
subscribers.
Pawa.
Sige sir, bye-bye sir. Good night.
Palabog-labog doon ka, ano ah. Labog-labog ka.
Sana all. Sana
Butang ka, Sent. Butang ka dyan, Sent, to.
Kalain. Kalain. James Harden.
James Harden.
Sir,
Sige sir, bye-bye.
may patrol, sir. Dali lang, sir.
Oo, may galabay. May galabay ng patron. Ang panganan da. Sige, good evening lang. Good evening, Ged.
Good evening, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Sige, sir.
Okay.
Halong, sir.
Sa
Okay,
pagka-ride.
niya man.
Sige, sir.
Bye,
Hindi
sir.
na ako madto. Diyan man lang ako sa balay. Hindi ko magpano. Sige, bye-bye guys. Bye-bye to.
Sige, sir. Salamat, sir.
Bye.
Sige, sir.
Okay to. Sige lang.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Si Carillo, why no? Why si Carillo?
So, ay, sir.
Why ko to kakita kay ano kay no ganito first name ni Carillo gani si sino gani?
Rondel, sir.
Si Randel, why si Randel? Why si Randel?
Bye, sir.
Sige lang. Next. Bye to. I-cut ko doon na. Bye, Pearl.